Hello, I'm Kevin Church, and this month for November 2019, we have Chris Dodson with us. He's our MUFIC Songwriter of the Month. How are you, Chris?
Great. How about yourself?
Good. Great.
Thanks for having me here.
It's so great to see you, man.
It's great to see you too, Kevin.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Did you come from a musical family?
Somewhat. One day, my sister brought home an electric guitar back in 1995, and my dad actually played when he was younger, and he picked it up, and he just started playing these Eric Clapton songs, some Hendrix, and I just kind of was curious about it because I'd already been playing the violin and French horn before that in band, upright bass, and I picked it up, and it was very natural. I mean, I was already fretting. I mean, it was just so easy for me to do. I mean, obviously I had practiced, but the natural ambition was there.
So what was your first instrument then?
Very first instrument was the violin.
Wow.
In fifth grade. In fifth
All
grade.
right. How long do you stick with that?
2 years. 2 years. 2 years. Enough to know that I wanted to move to another instrument, to the French horn in 7th grade.
Okay.
In band, actually.
Right.
Yeah. 6th grade, actually. Sorry. 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did French horn?
I did French horn in middle school band, and then I moved to the upright double bass back in 7th grade, and then 8th grade is when I picked up the guitar. It's just like summer of 1995. I was like, "There's no turning back. This is the coolest instrument ever." It's so versatile. It's the cool instrument, you know.
I must say I like the guitar myself.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
it's changed my life.
So tell me about, well, if it changed your life, then what got you into songwriting then?
The Beatles, melodies, chord progressions, life itself, just the ability to create something out of thin air, and taking your imagination and making it real. Whatever's in my imagination, whatever I'm thinking, and turning it into something real. That's what songwriting is to me.
So I'm sorry, keep going.
I'm just saying, like, whatever I'm hearing in my head, I want to get it down on paper and on record. That's the goal. To get everything out and to leave something behind.
That's great. So when did you start writing songs? I mean, when would you consider yourself a songwriter?
I never considered myself a full-fledged songwriter until about 2 years ago. I had people telling me I should be writing original music, that, you know, doing the cover thing is great, but writing originals is where it's at. It's rewarding. It's just the pinnacle of any musician's career. If you can create something from scratch and make it your own. And I was pushed, you know, into doing it. I was like, okay, I'm finally going to do this. I'm going to take all these songs, these bits and pieces that I've had over the years, since I was 20 or even 17. I've even written things. I still have melodies from my teenage years that I've incorporated into my music today. I'm going to take all this knowledge of music theory, this chord progressions, the 3 years of jazz studies that I took, and I'm going to apply it to the songwriting. And I did that. I got up about the best 8 songs I could come up with, hired a producer, hired people around me that I could trust, and started recording my first album in March of 2017. And I released it in December of 2017. And it's one of my proudest accomplishments as a musician.
It's a good record, Chris. You did well. Everybody did well on that. So tell me more about writing songs, as far as, like, do they come lyrics or melody, a little bit of both? What comes first to you when you're writing?
Sometimes I'll hear a melody in my head. I'll pull out my voice memo on my phone and record it, come back to it a couple days later, see what I can build off of that. Sometimes it's an interesting chord progression that I like, and I'll build a melody around that. Sometimes I'll have a sheet of paper, a lyric sheet, and just take the lyrics that I have and build a melody around that. It just depends on the song, but I would say the music comes first, the chords come first, and then I build a melody on top of that, and then I fill that melody with words. So music, melody, lyrics, in that order. But sometimes it's backwards. Right. I mean, I surprise myself sometimes. I just I don't know. I don't, there's no right or wrong process to writing songs.
No.
Because you can dream it, you can wake up one day and have a melody in your head, or you can, you can be inspired by hearing something else, or you can hear something on the street like a car engine come up with a kind of rhythmic melody there, and you're like, wow, that was cool. Or some bird chirping.
Right. The inspiration's all around, is it not?
Everywhere, yeah.
What I love that we've talked about so far is the fact that you're so accomplished as a guitar player because of all the other background that you had prior to taking guitars, like this is the instrument for me, taking all that information, and you still have that with you now, and you're carrying it with you.
Absolutely.
It's just making you a strong...
Well, you always want to keep learning.
Yes.
Just keep learning, never stop learning.
Right.
If you're satisfied, the game is over. You gotta wake up and not be satisfied. I mean, you have to want more.
Right.
Endeavors. I didn't want to record another album. In fact, I want to write and sing my more of my own songs instead of having other people sing them. But I didn't want to do that. But I kind of woke up one morning. It's like I kind of want to do this again.
I hear you. I understand. It comes and it goes.
Because
man.
it was so nerve-wracking, and I felt so defeated every time, I was in that vocal booth. But you know what? I just get back on there and do it again.
That's the way to do it, buddy.
Yeah.
So, do you write about past, present, or future when you're writing your songs? What do you feel?
I write about my past. I write about what I'm going through right now. I write about what I hope to happen to me. So I write about hope, love, fear, mistakes. I write about my family. I write about my stepson, my wife. I write about friends. I mean, it's all part of the past. It's all part of the future, and obviously the present. I mean, but I would say I write more towards the present and into the future.
That's wonderful. So, what song are we going to be playing on today? We got Karen Egan with us today.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be the second track off my debut album, Sincerely, called She Calls Home. It's inspired by my wife and going back to Arkansas after a long period of time. She hadn't been, I would say, in 3 or 4 years, and it was pretty emotional for her, and it was great for me because I'd never been to Arkansas, and I had written the chord progression, started around a fire pit outside in God's country, behind the house of where my mother-in-law, my in-laws. That's where we started it. So
wow,
it's pretty autobiographical.
Well, that's great, man. I can't wait to play on it.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
So great to see you, man.
Great to see you too.
Chris Dodson, everybody.
Thank you for having me. So we just play?
Yeah, just count us off.
Okay.
Man.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pack your bags, it's time to go. You and me, let's hit the road. Arkansas, where she belongs. Green hills and mountain skies, home cooking Christmas lights, subtle snow. She is home. It's been too long to see these memories. Open skies, don't apologize for last time. Fire burning behind a home, horses roaming all alone. A lake in the middle of the unknown, a natural state she calls home. A big old dog in your lap, a heavy dinner, heavy nap. Arkansas, so withdrawn. Greers Ferry, Heber Springs, a summer child family tree. Driving slow, long roads. It's been too long to see these memories. Open skies, don't apologize for last time. The fire burning behind the home, horses roaming all alone. A lake in the middle of the unknown, a natural state. There's no good time to say goodbye. Tears fall down from a sunless sky. One last drive to dry those eyes. Back on home we go, drive through the night. It's been too long to see these memories. Open skies, don't apologize for lost time. The fire burning behind home, horses roaming all alone. A lake in the middle of the unknown, a natural state she calls home. She calls home. She calls home. She calls home. Fire burning behind her home, horses roaming all alone. A lake in the middle of the unknown, a natural state